Shalom, shalom. I'm going to add my sisters. We're going live about insecurities that some of us may deal with or have dealt with in the past. Body. I already know. This is for the sisters only. There go Kaya big head self.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Can y'all join quick?
Yes, sir.
If only y'all know what we've been through to get on this
Shalom.
live, y'all.
Man.
It was kind of hectic.
Kinda. I'm waiting on one more.
She wants me to do her Napash Zion account, right? Oh, no.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Shalom, everybody joining.
Shalom.
I look a little thrown together, but
Please stop.
you even know what I'm supposed to say.
Wait on Bree.
Oh, shoot. Waiting on Bree.
That's so.
Dang, Israel be up.
Israel. Always. But today we're going to be going into the topic of insecurities. People don't talk about this, but I'm going to go ahead and give the floor to Feare because she came up with the Yappa idea. So go ahead.
It wasn't me, it was Kiera who gave me the idea. So the water.
All praises. That's still Yappa through the spirit. There we go.
There we go. All praise. First of all, call her like how about some of my straight woman like that. Whew. And Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
So yeah, we're going
Now I have a whole discussion.
Can I bring out a script? Baba Kasha.
So sisters, we don't need to be insecure. There's nothing to be insecure about. You're beautiful. Yappa. Creation of the Most High. Go ahead.
That's a spirit, because that's what I wanted to touch on.
Stop.
Girl, please stop. That's definitely you.
That's you.
So it's going to be Genesis chapter 1 and verse 31.
Bring it out.
It says, and Yahweh saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the 6 days. So, like, everything that the Most High made is good. And, especially, as sisters coming into the truth, you may still be in high school. You may still be in a scenario where you, like, around other worldly sisters, and, like, you see how you dress now, how you used to dress, like, how you're not used to it. And you may feel like insecure. Like, insecurities can come from like really anything, but like we just all have to like really know that like the Most High, everything the Most High made was good. And like you also have other sisters who go through insecurities, maybe on a different fold, but like it's still the same spirit of like insecurities, right? Because in 1 Corinthians 10 and 13, like the things we go through are common to men. So
What's your favorite precept? All praise pecan. And also, we, like Kaya said, we made in the Most High image. You already know Israel, the best looking people that ever touched this earth.
kind.
But like I wanted to get this precept real quick, if I could. Just real quick. You said what?
Say, go ahead. Bring it out.
All right. This is Psalms 139, verse, I don't know. I'm going to find it. It's wonderfully made. I think it's 14. This is Psalms 139:14. I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well. So,
That's right.
we are wonderfully made. Like, we're made in the Most High image. Like, we're wonderfully made. And, like, marvelous are thy works, like Kiara just pulled. Like, everything that the Most High make is good. So you could be around sisters that, like, if you, like Kiara said, you're still in high school, whatever the case may be, where you're still around worldly sisters and you see how you used to dress compared to how you dress now, that spirit can hop on you real quick. Like, you'll be crazy. Like, that spirit will hop on you real quick. Like, dang, like, I'm not cute because I'm not showing my body. Like, the most beautiful thing of about a woman is when she's covered up. Nobody knows what she look like but her husband. Nobody knows what she look like. That's beautiful. So there's nothing to be insecure about. You are beautiful the way you are. And it's not even about outlook, outward appearance too. You're even beautiful because of your spirit. Your spirit is so bright, doing the works of the Most High, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. That's beautiful in itself. So disregarding the outward appearance, because the Most High look on the inward appearance, you're beautiful by your spirit. You light up the room. You light up the whole entire room just by your spirit.
And don't even know it.
Don't even know it. So just all praise, honor, glory to the Most High for real. We just also got to remember that everything's of the Lord. The Most High sends all these spirits on us. So he just be wanting to see how we're going to react. We just got to rebuke these spirits because disregarding the physical looks, thinking you're not pretty enough because you're beautiful. I'm telling you, you're beautiful. Just got to make sure your spirit in check too, for real, because your spirit is more beautiful than anything.
Come on.
Fine.
I'm gonna get something.
Get
Samuel 16:7. But the Most High said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Most High seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Most High looketh on the heart. The Most High's not looking about how you look, like how tall you are, how pretty you are, what your hair look like, what clothes you got on. He's not worried about that. He worried about if you pure at heart, if you meek, if you keeping all these laws, statutes, and commandments. He's not focused on all those outward appearances. He's worried about what's going on inside. That's what he's worried about.
That's crazy. That's the spirit, because I was literally thinking about that precept. But there's another one somewhere else, but I can't think of it right now. Do you know which one it is?
Hold on.
But Con, that's somebody.
It may be. Hold on. I think it's. Let me see.
I think it's in Matthew or Mark. I'm not sure, but it's
I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Okay, Con.
Matthew 19:4.
Matthew 6:31-33. You want me to read?
Hold on, I'm trying to. You said Matthew 19:4.
That's what I said.
Matthew 6, right?
No, I don't think it's Matthew 6. Hold on, let me see. No, not Matthew 6:33. I can't find it, but Lord willing.
Try Matthew 6:31-33. I think that's the one you're talking about.
No, not that one. I'll find it, Lord willing. But it was just a precept saying the exact same thing. But kind of, the Most High not looking on outward appearance. He's looking at your spirit anyways. So.
Okay.
Oh, is it my turn?
Con.
Oh, okay. Okay. My bad. I was just going to pull the classic Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. And it reads, let me get there. It reads, so Yahweh created man in his own image. In the image of Yahweh created he him. Male and female created he them. So, just building off what Kiara said, the Most High made us, like, how dare you think that everything is beautiful, but you look in the mirror and you just, oh, I don't like how this looks, and like, that's disrespectful, for real. If you want to think about it, like, there's no reason you should be just pooping on yourself. I'm not using a real word, but just pooping on yourself when you're beautiful. We all know that the Most High does not make mistakes. So we need to Start walking like it.
Like I said earlier, you know, the most beautiful thing about a woman is when she's covered up. Like, don't no man like his woman. Don't no real man, a man of the Lord, like his woman showing her entire body to the world. It's beautiful when you covered up and don't nobody know what you look like again. It's beautiful. So I don't feel insecure about that because that's beautiful in the Most High eyes. That's beautiful. That's what a daughter of Zion is supposed to do. That's what a woman is supposed to do. She's supposed to be dressed covered up. So.
And like this
That's
belief
right.
system likes to portray our people, especially like, just very bad. Like, looking into it, like with the spiritual eye, you see it's very like just wicked whenever, like a girl, she's acting like, what's the word, like lascivious, like con like that. And, it's like, it's a lot of sisters, they grow up thinking that it's like cool to, like dress showing everything. But like, coming into this truth, we realize like everything we do, we're supposed to be reverencing the Most High. So if we have everything out, then we're not reverencing the Most High. And like, we got to understand that like beauty is vain. And, like just not being so, not dwelling on like how you look, and like I'm cutting myself up with this too, but like I would like to get that verse in Proverbs 31 through the Spirit. This is Proverbs 31 and verse 30. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. So like favor is deceitful. So like when I'm thinking about that, I'm thinking like, like things that favor us is deceitful. Like you could be like fasting and like or you get off a fast and now you're like working greediness of the belly because it's like favoring, like it's good to your flesh. Like so is getting dressed up, taking pictures every day. But like all of those things, it kind of like it like attacks your self-esteem also. So it's something like as women, you really have to examine yourself because everyone's different. Maybe like you can take pictures and you'll feel good, maybe you'll feel better. But like if you know that kind of makes you like more to look on vanity, then like I would say steer away from that. Like ultimately just pray to the Most High that He guides you.
And I would definitely cut me up too, because I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I be insecure on my arms. Like, I'm like, bro, my arms is, why they look like this, bro? But Greg, what was that precept you pulled about the outward appearance?
1 Samuel 16 and 7.
Okay, I found the precept. I have to go to my DM. But it's 1 Peter 3 and 3 through 4 and Matthew 23, 25, and 28. But okay, so I'm gonna get Matthew 23, and then if somebody else wanted to get the 1 Peter 3 to 4. But this is the book of Matthew, chapter 23, 1 to 25. Well, this is Yahweh Shah speaking because the letters aren't read. So this is Yahweh Shah speaking. So woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye may clean the outside of the cup and of the platter, but within they are full of extortion and excess. Thou blind Pharisee, cleanse first that which is within the cup and platter, that the outside of them may be clean also. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye are like unto whitest sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead men's bones and end of all uncleanness. So the Most High is basically, Yahweh Shah is basically saying, you need to clean your inward appearance first and then worry about the outward appearance. So before you try to worry about how good you look on the outside, taking pictures like Sis said, which is bad, it's cool to be beautiful. It's cool to keep up with your appearance. But before you try to do that, check your spirit first. Yahweh Shah is saying, clean your spirit first. So don't be... Yes. Please knock. Where is it? In the refrigerator. Close the door. So like it. But before you try to before you worry about your outward appearance, check your spirit first. So it's no reason to be insecure because the Most High is looking at your spirit. The Most High is looking at your alms deeds, the works you're doing. The Most High is looking at how hard you're going. The Most High is looking, are you carrying the fruits of the spirits? The Most High is looking, are you genuine? You keeping the feast, like looking at your spirit, genuinely looking at your spirit. Most High not dealing with how you look on the outside. But yes, because don't be dressing strange apparel. But you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean. So Yahushua is basically telling us clean what's inside the cup first, and then worry about the outside of the cup. Because they see this bottle, you see this liquid inside the bottle. Clean. This is like us. We're the bottom. We're the body. Clean your spirit first, and make sure your spirit is not full of wickedness. Make sure your spirit is not full of lust, full of greed, envy, whatever the case may be, and then worry about the outside of the bottle. Then worry about your outward appearance. But first, check your spirit. It's nothing to be insecure about, because your spirit is what makes you beautiful. Your spirit is what makes you glow. Doing the works is what makes you beautiful. So check your spirit first. Insecurity is just a spirit, and you got to continue to rebuke that.
If you got some wicked, nasty stuff going on in your spirit, your bottle gonna be looking like particles flying around,
Right,
dirt and dust, all types of nasty stuff, and not the good, glowy, glittery stuff. You want glittery bottle content, not dirty particles.
Okay.
But didn't you say you wanted a precept in 1 Peter chapter 3?
Yeah, I know you ain't over there yawning.
I'm on it.
I was looking at British.
Don't.
I know you ain't over there yawning.
It's
I'm
like
already on it.
ignoring it.
Me too. I'm on live,
Got
y'all.
any-
They not.
No.
Yes, bro. I don't care. Get a watermelon. No, get out. Me first. Close the door. Stop it.
You still ain't tell me the precept.
1 Peter 3:3-4.
Okay. This is the book. 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 3, and it reads, whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting the hair and of wearing of gold or of putting on of apparel, but let it be the hidden man of the heart, in that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek, quiet spirit, which is in the sight of Yahweh of great price. That's mighty. But basically, this playing upon tables, like, don't be trying to worry about, oh, who got the biggest gold hoops in their ears and who got the freshest hairstyle. They get their hair done every 2 days and all that other stuff. It's just vanity. Like the sister was saying, like, and putting on apparel. Of course, it matters what you're putting on, but again, we're worrying about the spirit first. It says we need to have a meek and quiet spirit in the sight of Yahweh, like, because that's who we're trying to impress. We're not here to impress Timmy down the street. We're not. We're just not. Like, that's not what we're here for. Like, we're here to get the kingdom. We're not here to impress nobody. No sisters, no brothers, no, I don't care who it is. We're here to impress the Most High. Yahweh, that's it. So it really don't matter what you're looking like on the outside. And the quicker you realize that, and you stop letting that anxious and that spirit just telling you that you look weird and all types of stuff, then it's just gonna be a constant runaround. It's unprofitable. Like, you know, the Most High knew what He was doing when He made you. So when you start walking in that, not pridefully, but you know, with that meek and quiet spirit.
And like Kai was just saying, like, we already know. Of course, it matters. Hey, whoever is on the Jayla account, of course it matters what you're dressing like. You know, we're supposed to be dressing modest and covered up. We don't want to cause a stumbling block upon our brothers. We don't want to cause them a lust by wearing strange apparel. Like, we're supposed to be covered up. Of course it matters to cover up, but we're not worried about who got the newest bag. We're not worried about how good you look in your modest apparel. Like, don't be so focused on the outward appearance. Don't be looking in the mirror every day, man. Dang, I wish I was. I look weird in this modesty, bro. Like, dang, I wish I was prettier. Sis, you are beautiful. You was an Israelite. You was an Israelite woman. You top notch. You is pop. You is beautiful. Trust me. But don't focus on that, because we already just put precepts proving to you time and time again that the Most High is dealing with your spirit. He want to see. You need to clean your spirit first. He want to see how your spirit is. Kai, what's that precept we ought to obey the Most High right there, man?
That's in
I know
Acts
I'm in the book of Acts.
5,
I don't know which one it is.
Acts 5:29.
That's crazy. I thought it was 5 and 39.
Um,
But why? This is the book of Acts, chapter 5 and verse 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey Yahweh rather than men. So like I said, we're not worried about Timmy down the street. We're not worried about Jessica around the corner. We're not worried about none of them. Man, dang, they gonna think I look weird. Man, dang, they gonna say I'm dressing like a grandma. Girl, you look good dressing like a grandma. Please. We ought to obey the Most High rather than men. If the Most High told you, check your spirit first and to turn away from these wicked ways, these worldly ways. The Most High told you to put away that old man, putting away malice, envy, and all that. The Most High told you to take off that strange apparel, then we're going to obey the Most High. Because stuff like this is going to get us to the kingdom of keeping the law, statutes, commandments, and enduring to the end and stuff like that. You already know this. So we're not here to please man. We don't care about what man got to say about how good we look. We obey the Most High. We doing what the Most High said. We cover it up because the Most High said so, and because we don't want to be a stumbling block to our brothers. We're checking our spirit because we're trying to get that kingdom. We're checking that spirit because we're trying to increase in the faith and endure.
Exactly.
We're checking our spirit because we want to put away that old woman we used to be. So don't be too worried about the outside, the outward appearance, y'all. Like it's none to be insecure about. It's literally just a spirit. And remember, we gotta hold on. Let me get James 2:19 real quick.
What did you say, James 2:19?
Mm-hmm. And somebody can pull 2 Chronicles 18, starting at 17 on down. Or y'all can pull 1 Corinthians 12 when the Most High sent the demon on Paul, just to show that the Most High sends these spirits on us. These spirits just doing their job. Or somebody can go to the account of Job when Satan and the Most High was having a conversation. Like these spirits do what the Most High tell them to do. I'm trying to find James. Where is that? Where James at?
No, you can read that in Job, the first chapter,
right
the whole
after
first
Hebrews.
chapter.
Where is the book of James?
After
After
Hebrews.
Hebrews.
Where is he?
After.
Like, I can't find it. Hold on.
Go to Acts,
Time.
which is after.
Man, that book be hiding, bro. James is a mighty book, though. All right, I think I found it. Okay, I found it. All praises. This is the book of James, chapter 2, and verse 19. Thou believest that there is one God. Thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble. Devils. These spirits do what the Most High tell them to do. Hey, the Most High run everything. The Most High sends these spirits on us. These spirits do what the Most High tell them to do. So the anxious spirit, the self-esteem spirit, insecurity spirit, overthinking spirit, all these spirits are doing what the Most High tell them to do. So you just got to remember these spirits the Most High put on you. He ain't going to put no spirit on you and put you in a situation you can't overcome. You got to know that. You got to know that all things are created by Yahweh, by Shem, Yahweh Shah. Everything is of the Lord.
Right.
Everything.
Mm.
So if the Most High sends a insecurity spirit on you, you just got to know how to fight it and rebuke it and overcome it. Because the battle's already won for you. You just got to know how to fight the spirit. You got to know how to fight the demon. You do that by girding up your loins, studying, fasting, fan, not making haste in it. Count the joy. So just remember that. You beautiful though, sis, for real. You top notch. So we check your spirit.
So beautiful.
I was gonna pull Romans 12:2. So
Can't
it
you?
says,
Yeah.
and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh. So like we're not conformed to this world. Like we're not of this world. And coming into this truth, it's like it's hard for a lot of sisters to want to dress and adorn themselves in modest apparel, but like we just got to remember that we're not conformed to this world and we're going to be hated for Christ's sake, and there's a scripture in 1 Corinthians chapter 4 that for 1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 9, For I think that Yahweh has set forth us, the apostles, last, as it were, appointed to death, for we are made a spectacle unto the world and to angels and to men. So like a spectacle, like we're like a display. Like people probably look at us, you know, if you're still wherever you are, people probably look at you and they're just like, you know, like what is she wearing? Like she doesn't look like she's a grandma, but she's dressing like one. Or what are those like dangly things on their garments? Like people look at us like the way that we are, most high women are like striving to be as Israelite women. Like people look at us like we're a display, you know? So like we just have to accept that and like accept to catch hell, accept that not everyone's gonna like us, you know. But it's all just like Mackenzie was saying, it's all just a spirit, you know. Like for example, like a spirit has hopped on me before. Like I didn't want to go for a certain amount of time for a fast because I thought I was too skinny and I didn't want to get skinnier. But I started making excuses, like trying to be like, okay, no, it's not vanity. But then I had to get checked, all praise to the Most High, and just realize that it's vain, you know. And like it's like really conforming your mind, because like insecurities honestly stem off of what you think about how people think about you. So it stems back to being a people pleaser, and it stems back to like worrying about what people think about you, right? So like we have to, you know, try to like train our minds and like gird up our spirits to where we're not worried about what people think about us, because being in this truth, people are gonna look at us like, you know, like we're a spectacle. So we just gotta, you know, pray to the Most High that He helps us do that.
And little Con, that's a beautiful point. I wanted to bounce off that. Like, you know, how you carry yourself is how people gonna look at you. Like, I wore my white hair wrap today, and I wore like this burgundy dress and had like white spots, like a tie-dye dress. And you know, it was long, it's cute or whatever. And my niece was like, she's like, Auntie, you look like your mama. And I was like, no, I don't. But I swear did look like my mama. Like you, like people, they gonna look at you but dang, I lost my train of thought. How you carry yourself. Also, I lost my train of thought again. So, never mind. I guess the most I didn't want me to say what I was going to say.
Okay.
Yeah, I lost my train of thought. Never mind. Sorry.
I'm going to get something real fast. This is 2 Corinthians 10 and 12. For we dare not make ourselves of the number or compare ourselves with some that commend themselves. But they, measuring themselves by themselves and comparing themselves among themselves, are not wise. If you constantly comparing yourself to this girl, that girl, you don't got this, you don't got that, you just gonna, what is this? Hold on. Direct 30 and 21. Give not thy mind to heaviness, and afflict not thyself in thy own counsel. You just gonna be down, like you're gonna be so down, you're gonna be insecure, and that's not how you're supposed to be feeling. You can't constantly be like, well, she look like this and she look good in this, but I don't look good in this. You constantly beating yourself up, which you're not supposed to be doing. You're supposed to love yourself, and like we all been saying, it's not about the outside. It's about what you're doing inside, how you are on the inside. If your spirit is right, the Most High not looking at if you look good in this dress. You got on a dress. That's the bare minimum. You have on a dress. He's not worried about if you look good in it. He's not worried about if your hairstyle look better than her hairstyle. If her hairstyle look better than yours. He's not worried about that. Your hair wrap. That's the bare minimum. He's not worried about how your hair look. He's not worried about what shoes you got on. If her shoes cost more than yours. If you got this bag and she don't. You constantly comparing yourself and you thinking about vain things now. Now you trying to outdo a sister. And I forgot what precept we had pulled about that. But you're not supposed to be thinking about none of that stuff. You're supposed to be worried about your spirit, what you got going on inside. So you can't be constantly comparing yourself. It says right here, are not wise. Gotta get your stuff together. Nobody worried about it.
I wanted to build off of that if you were dying. My bad.
Hello?
But I was just saying, okay, all right. But I was just gonna say, like, yeah, like we shouldn't be trying to one up other sisters and stuff like that. Like in the basic 10 commandments that everybody know, we're not supposed to be covetous or however you say it against our sisters. Like, oh dang, I wish I had some new Balenciaga shoes that she got or whatever the case is. But we're not supposed to be doing stuff like that. And then really, this place is so wicked. I've been doing my research. A lot of these women that a lot of our people look up to, they're not even women. So please don't even try to, because a lot of our people's insecurities stem from looking at these celebrities and these models and stuff. But they're really not who you think they are.
Say that.
They're not who you think you are. So please, please do not look at yourself like you're less because you don't got the biggest, derriere, the biggest front side, whatever the case is. Because these folks are actors, paid actors. They're literally living in a movie. For real. Please do not compare yourself to these people. They are not who they say they are. And I want to bring this out. Because Bree Loki stole my precept. That's my favorite precept ever. But, it's okay.
What?
I just want to do Cyrac 30 and 21. But I was going to do Cyrac 30 and 23. And it says, love thine own soul and comfort thy heart. Remove sorrow far from thee. For sorrow hath killed many, and there is no profit therein. There's no profit in you just constantly just in your mind, just putting yourself down. Like, you don't profit nothing from that. Like, you should be building yourself up. If you can build other sisters up, oh, you so pretty, you need to do that for yourself. Like, you need to be building yourself up first and foremost, because, if you don't love yourself, who will? But, of course, the Most High loves you. And you should love you. Like, He created us in His image. So, why not? Be confident, but there's a difference in how you look. And you got to love your own soul. Like, love your own soul.
Okay. I wanted to say something real quick, if I could. I just wanted to eat off all of y'all because I remember what I was saying. And that was the spirit, because Kaya said what I was going to say, and so did Creation. So I was just going to say, it do feel good to dress modest. Like, it feel good to dress modest, walk around with, but it's a bare minimum, though. Like we say all the time, okay, you see a sister with a hair wrap and a dress on, okay? That's why Cyrac tell us don't be hasty to credit anybody, because she got a hair wrap on, she got fringes on, she got a dress on, so what? So what? That don't mean nothing. That's the most basic thing you could ever do. You got to check your spirit. And I was also finna say, most of our people, insecurities also come from these celebrities. Looking up at Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Rihanna, Beyonce. Oh my gosh, like, they got this and they got that. Like, literally, if you look at our little princesses, this is who they listen to. They look at videos of Young Boy, they look at videos of Megan Thee Stallion, they look at videos of Cardi B. They look at all these videos and they look up to these so-called women. And they want to be like them. They think they're so pretty. And that's where some of our insecurities come from. Because social media, we were just talking about this earlier with Z. Kaya, social media gives our people, that's why we should still work with social media as much as possible. Social media gives our people a fake image. You have to be, in order to be pretty, you have to get butt implants. In order to be a real woman, you have to sell your soul. In order, like a real woman, they push these false things onto our people. In order to be pretty, you need to get blonde hair. In order to be pretty, you got to get the longest fake nails. In order to be pretty, in order to be a real woman, you got to get the nicest car at the lot, the freshest BMW. In order to be pretty and a woman, because these celebs, they not reverencing and being submissive to their man. Come on now. So they pushing this false reality onto our women. They pushing this false reality onto our little princesses. And then, like the precept in Isaiah say, I think, like, so as a mother, so is her daughter. So when the little princesses see their mothers, listening to Cardi B, doing what Cardi, doing these things, hot girl and all that, the little princess, she gonna do what her mother does. She gonna follow her mother's footsteps. It's like a system these people, like Esau got our people into, man. Like they push onto our people in order to be pretty. You have to have this and this and that, and that's where some of our insecurities come from. As a nation, we feel like in order to be big in life, in order to be pretty, we gotta have this and that and all of that. But the Most High we're wonderfully made. We're Israel. We're the best looking nation. But again, it's not about how good you look on the outside. You also gotta check your spirit. You gotta check your spirit, because your spirit is the most important thing. Your spirit is what makes you beautiful. Don't nobody want to talk to somebody that always got an attitude. They don't got that don't even got one of the fruits. Don't even got one of the fruits. Don't even got long suffering. Yet alone patience. Yet alone love. Yet alone peace. Yet alone joy. Don't nobody want to deal with somebody that don't even got the fruits of the spirits. Don't nobody want to deal with that. Don't nobody want to deal with somebody that's always gossiping. Don't nobody want to deal with somebody that's always telling lies. Like, don't nobody want to deal with somebody that's envying their sister. So check your spirit. Like I said, a sister can have on a hair wrap and a dress, but that don't mean nothing. So the Most High, he dealing with, like I said earlier, like Hauing said, the Most High dealing with what's inside of your bottle. He's dealing with what's inside of your cup. Clean your cup first. Clean your spirit first. So I just wanted to say that. It finally came back to mind, so I can.
Come.
Crazy.
That is bare minimum, though. Having a dress and a hair wrap is so bare minimum. You could be having a dress and a hair wrap on, and you still out here doing
all types of wickedness, folly, madness.
And we really could be doing more and more. Like, stuff we're doing now is really the bare minimum. So really worrying about stuff like how you look is really the least of your worries. Like, you
gotta pick and choose.
Like, you pick what you're gonna stress over. Shouldn't be stressing over that.
It's something.
I mean, you can stress. No, I was just gonna say, like Ty said, pick and choose what you're gonna stress over, bro. I'd rather stress over I want to be a better woman than some folly, some vain. I kid you not. I was crying to somebody the other day because I was like, man, I just want to be a better woman. So think on stuff like that, because we can always increase in this truth and go harder.
That's right.
What time it is?
It's something that, like, it's really just a spirit, and like, that spirit could have been on you when you was in the world. You just didn't know it was a spirit. It was just normal. Like, you worrying about, okay, what am I gonna wear to school tomorrow? What am I gonna do this? Like, but like, now being in the truth, like, that spirit's magnified, and it's just like to each his own. I just, like, on social media, I feel like we should still be trying to set a righteous example,
Of course.
Like, I'm not saying it's anything wrong posting pictures about ourselves, just always, like, we have to check our minds for real, and our spirits, like Mackenzie keeps saying. Like, if our spirits are wicked, then it's just like Yahushua said, like, that's it. You could look like a Hebrew Israelite on the outside, but like on the inside, you don't bear any of the fruits, like Mackenzie was saying. And it's just like, we're not supposed to be conformed to this world. And like, what was I gonna say? Like, we just have to really put off that weak nature, like that verse in Second Ezra, like, put off that weak nature. And like, also, you probably, maybe you go into the world and the Most High put the spirit on you to see a sister wearing jeans, and like, now you're envying that sister, or you're being like, dang, like, how cute I used to look when I was wearing that stuff, But like, there's a script. It's like, we're not supposed to envy a sinner, Like, we shouldn't even be thinking about it. But those are thoughts that we gotta rebuke, spirits we gotta rebuke, because like, we don't want to fall back into that, because it shows like us thinking like that is like just being ungrateful for all the Most High has done to it for us, like bringing us into this marvelous light.
That's right.
Anybody else have something they want to pull out?
this one.
I would like to pull out Sirach 14 and verse 9.
What's in it? What?
Sirach 14 and 9.
Okay.
And it reads, a covetous man's eye is not satisfied with his portion, and the iniquity of the wicked drieth up his soul. So basically right there, when I was talking about earlier, being covetous, like just being jealous of just stuff that you don't even need to be jealous about. Like a jealous, basically that says a jealous, we're going to say woman's eye is not satisfied with the portion. So you're not satisfied like, oh, I don't have so many fringes on my clothes, but I'm still trying to work on it. But this sister has all her dresses, have all the fringes on. That's no, like we're not doing that. Like we're not having a jealous eye towards our sister. None of that. That's wicked. And the next part of the scripture says, and the iniquity of the wicked dries up the soul. So that again, talking about the spirit, like we gotta make sure that we're not being envious towards our sisters or any of the stuff that they have, because that stuff can get built up, and then we're just building on wickedness, and then our soul gonna be gone. Poof.
Fine.
So we
What
just got.
I think is jealousy leads to envy leads to hatred, and then it's something. But you're supposed to be loving your brother and sister. You're not supposed to be envying these people. You don't got nothing to envy for. You just need to worry about yourself at the end of the day.
That's what James says.
Ooh, I gotta go get my notebook. But I was just gonna eat off of Kaya's. Hold on, wait. My bad. Were you still talking?
Who?
You.
Oh, I was just gonna say you working about 2-3 commandments there. Yeah. And
So like it. Hold on. Let me get my notebook because I wanted to finish.
Here, let me bring out a quick precept. It's Sirach 26:6. But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman, and a scourge of the tongue which communicateth with all. So like that's sorry. Like if we're being envious over another woman, and if like any of us are dealing with that, we got to rebuke those spirits, because it's all a spirit. Because Mackenzie tells me, I'll be like, Mackenzie, you think this is just a spirit? You think it's me? She's like, everything's a spirit, Kiana. Like, everything's a spirit, sis.
I love to say that because it's true. Like, everything is a spirit. But dang, like what Kai was saying, like, you're going to end up losing your soul. And I wanted to, losing your spirit. And I wanted to get something real quick because once the Most High take his spirit from you, you ain't getting it back. Once he give you over to a seducing spirit, to a strange doctrine, you ain't getting it back. So hold on, let me I got like 3. Hold on. Dang, I only got my pocket full. But let me get. I'm gonna pull. Hold on, I have my notebook.
I love Sirach chapter 26.
One of y'all got y'all pocket full, y'all.
Con.
Can somebody get Bell and the Dragon verses 4-5 and read it, please? Bubba Kashaw.
Okay, con. It says, and the king worshipped some Bel and the Dragon 4-5.
Verse 4-5, con.
Okay. And the king worshipped it and went daily to adore it, but Daniel worshipped his own God. And the king said unto him, why dost thou not worship Bel? Who answered and said, because I may not worship idols made with hands, but the living God, Yahweh, who has created the heaven and the earth, and hath sovereignty over all flesh.
Con. So like Kyle was saying, start envying your sister, envy your sister. She got all the fringes on her dress and all her fringes on my dress. Man, she's prettier than me. You gon' all these wicked thoughts gonna end up leading to sin, and all this you gonna end up getting sifted out. And once you lose your soul, like that spirit just said, the Most High has sovereignty over all flesh. So all souls belong to the Most High. Once the Most High take His spirit from you, you're not getting it back. So that's why we constantly say on this live, check your spirit. Because you could be so beautiful on the outside. You could really be a beautiful sister. You fringed up. Hair wrap dress. Like that means anything. Because anybody can wear hair wrap in a dress. But if you ain't checking your spirit, then it don't really mean much. This is Ecclesiastes 8:8. There's no man. Can y'all hear me? Because my stuff tripping. Right. There's no
Con, I
man
can
that
hear
has
you.
power over the spirit to retain the spirit. Neither have he power in the day of death. And there is no discharge in that war. Neither shall wickedness deliver those that are given to it. So nobody is above the Most High in His judgment. Again, once the Most High take His spirit from you, you're not getting it back. So so check your spirit, because if you got a wicked spirit and you just going off and wicked thoughts and you're not doing the work, you're not rebuking me, man, you will get sifted out this season. You will get sifted out this thing. If you're not doing what you're supposed to do regarding the Most High, trying to be as blameless as possible, you being ignorant in your sins. Like if you not doing what you're supposed to do regarding your spirit, you will get sifted out this thing. And once the Most High take that spirit off you, it's over. First quarter. What kind of first quarter? It's over.
First quarter.
Yeah.
So
That's a really fearful thing. So like I said, like wicked thoughts, like, they hop on us and we gotta rebuke them, like if you struggling with the spirit, like fast on it, pray on it, or like James 5:16 says, like if you're struggling with insecurity, struggling with anything, like ask someone to pray for you, like most high willing you have like a faithful brother or sister that you can ask to pray for you, because like you don't want to be asking a worldly person to pray for you, because most high doesn't hear sinners. But like we it's a really scary thing to fall in the hands of the living God. So like we gotta really just like try to gird up our loins and like try do the work to like make the calling of our election sure, right? So like the Most High is going to send spirits on us, like, because He created the evil and the good. So like everything that happens to us is preordained. Every word that we're speaking of our mouth is preordained. So we just gotta ask the Most High to guide us, really, because to have mercy upon us, really, because we don't want to we don't want to get sifted out of this truth.
everything is of the Lord. For everything is preordained. Everything is of the Lord. And it's a fearful thing to be in the truth and then to be back in the world, man. That's why it's so important every day to pray that the Most High keep us in this thing, because it's a blessing. Like I don't think we understand how much of a blessing it is to wake up in the morning and to still be in the truth. To wake up in the morning and to still call upon the name of Yahweh by Hashem Hamashiach with Malak Yahweh. That is such an underrated blessing. Like it is such a blessing, bro. Because not everybody don't even know his real name. Not everybody got an Odyssey in here. Not everybody is into this marvelous light. So to wake up every day to still be in this truth, that is a blessing in itself. Like it is so, man. It is a blessing. It is a blessing. And it is a fearful thing to fall back in the world. If you go back in the world, you're not even gonna fit in. You're not even gonna feel right. You was just in the truth, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability and going hard for the Lord. Now you're back in the world. Well, that's why we say check your spirit. Make sure you're doing everything you can to make sure your the calling of your election is sure, and making sure you're trying to be as blameless as possible in the eyes of the Lord. Making sure you're doing what you're supposed to do according to the Most High. Checking your spirit for real, because if you're not and you out here BSing, bruh, you will get sifted out this thing. Let me get this real quick. Psalms 139 and verse 16. Thine eyes did see my substance, yet being imperfect, and in thy book are my members were written, which in continuance were fashioned, when as yet there was none of them. So like Kiara was saying, everything is preordained. Everything we're saying is preordained. Every situation is preordained. So I just got to ask the Most High to help us to fight these spiritual demons, just to guide us. Because like I said earlier, the battle is already won for us. The Most High not gonna put us in a situation and throw a spirit in us we can't overcome. So you just gotta know how to fight the spirit. You just gotta know how to fight the battle. You just gotta know how to fight the battle, and that comes just from guidance with the Most High, confessing your faults, leaning onto your sister, because that's what we're here for. Just girding up your loins, just keeping the faith. That's all that boils down to. You just gotta know how to fight the demon. You just gotta know how to fight it. These spirits know who they can and can't mess with. These spirits know. Man, they're overthinking for spirit. For sure know who gonna dwell and cry and who gonna be like, nah, I rebuke you, Satan. I rebuke you.
I would like to, well, really, like, the Bible, like, the scriptures is not going to tell you, oh, you're so beautiful, like, you are this, but, like, and that's like what we seek. Like if we're dealing with insecurity, we want, like, our flesh wants to hear people telling us, like, you're beautiful, don't think like that. But like, if you think about it, like, another thing that sisters, really, it's like a tough pill to swallow, is like polygyny, you know is that how you say it?
Polygamy.
Polygamy. So, like, well, you look at our forefathers and they had multiple wives, and like, well, I mean, like with Rachel and Leah, that was a different story. But like, for the most part, it was like they wasn't worried about, they wasn't like envious over sisters and stuff. Um, and like, ultimately, like, Rachel did get judged when she was being envious over her sister. But like it's just something that this like world has like this beast system has literally put on us women, especially as Israelite women, to like think that, to just basically be like thinking that beauty is everything. But the scripture tells us in Proverbs 30:31 and 30, like, beauty is vain, right? So it's not like, don't go to the scriptures thinking you're gonna find, oh, you're a beautiful woman, like, you got a nice body, you got a nice this, like, don't, like, that's vain. Like, what we really, because like, basically, like, the topic of insecurity, it's like we want to be comforted and like, be like told that we're beautiful. Like, one, daughter of Zion, you are beautiful. But like, we also have to, it's like more of like working on your spirit, to have the, like, praise to the Most High, that He changes like your mindset, to have thoughts on wanting to be a better virtuous woman, wanting to bear the fruits of the Spirit, and just like, be a better servant to the Most High, be a better wife to your husband, be a better mother to your children, whatever situation you're in, so like, that's really. Oh, I also wanted to bring out Sirach 26:25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. So like, when you see those, maybe you see it on Instagram, maybe you see outside, women who are not shamefaced, like, we gotta always remember, like, okay, we fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And it's a beautiful thing to fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's only His mercy, that's only His grace. So like, I cannot be thinking about wearing pants right now. Like, for real. I cannot be thinking about, I don't look cute because I'm dressing with modest apparel. Like, we just, we can't be thinking about that stuff.
Con.
Fine.
I ain't had nothing else though.
I got one more.
Real?
Bree got.
Back off the camera, Brad.
What? Do you have anything, ma'am?
Blah.
Okay. Well, this is Ecclesiastes chapter. I'm gonna bring out a few. I'm gonna bring out chapter 11 and verse 10. So Ecclesiastes chapter 11 verse 10, and it says, "Therefore remove sorrow from thy heart, and put away evil from thy flesh, for childhood and youth are vanity." So I brought that out to say, like, again, expounding on the whole being sad inside and feeling like you're not good enough and stuff. You got to put away all of that, because at the end of the day, that's a lust of the flesh, to like put yourself down at the end of the day. So we got to make sure that we're removing that sorrowness, not giving our mind up for the heaviness, afflicting ourselves in our own counsel by just, oh, I'm not good enough, and da da da, just, and believing it. So we got to remember that we're rebuking those spirits, and then Yahweh Shai. And then chapter 12 verse 8 is a classic. "Vanity of vanities, saith the preacher, all is vanity." Literally playing upon tables. All things are vanity. We got to remember that at the end of the day, like, all things are vanity. And you can go a verse up, verse 7, and it says, "Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto Yahweh who gave it." So really, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what we look like. We could be the ugliest thing walking on the earth. It really don't matter, because the spirit goes to Yahweh, and that's what matters at the end of the day. We can't stress this enough. Your outward appearance, this flesh, this is temporary. This is just a meat suit that we're walking around in, and it just don't matter. It just don't matter at the end of the day. Like, yeah, it's cool to, kind of dress your meat suit up, look nice,
Meat suit.
but we don't need to be dwelling on it. Huh?
Meat
I'm
suit.
just
Why are
trying
you saying that? Like,
because
Meat suit.
okay, all right. I was just trying to give a good analogy, but whatever.
That was
That's all I
amazing
got.
though. She said meat suit.
you talking
Like,
about
vanity just
That's how you
means
gotta treat it.
unprofitable.
Yeah.
So beauty is unprofitable. Like, it really is.
And I mean, if we hear most high willing, we are not here till we're old, but everybody in this junk gonna be wrinkly anyway if we here for that long.
Exactly.
So it really don't matter.
But wisdom and fear the most high willing endures
That's forever.
forever. That's what we gotta learn to love. That like the most high
That's right.
is our love, right? So it's like we just gotta learn, because like coming out this world, we gotta learn to love the most high, like more and more, keeping his law, statutes, and commandments, reverencing unto him, but also like even the things that we do and we think it's like quote unquote in secret, like the most high sees everything. He searches out the heart, so he knows what we're thinking. The angels are like, well, she just thought this, telling it to the most high, might get judged for that thought that you were dwelling on and entertaining instead of rebuking, So like,
Just cut me up.
no, I'm cutting myself up too. So it's just like we just got beauty is unprofitable. Like, so Salakia, if anyone, because like I was thinking, I was like, I want to do this, most high willing, we can do this live and like comfort a sister, but really we got to get cut up because like beauty is vain. Like I didn't really know what I was thinking of, like of course like comfort and like let you know that you're not the only one, daughter of Zion, but like we gotta really just change our mindset and build up our spirit.
Fine. Kaya pulled the precept I was gonna get. Mighty sister, that's a spirit. But vanity, all is vanity, like King Solomon said. And we should be striving to be like King Solomon. Just want all the wisdom in the world. Like King Solomon said in Ecclesiastes, hold on. Because King Solomon, he searched out to know all the wisdom and all that. I don't know which chapter it's in. Hold on. Oh. This is Ecclesiastes 1:17. And I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly. I perceived that this also is vexation of spirit. And this is verse 13. And I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under heaven. This sort of travail hath Yahweh given to the sons of man to be exercised therewith. So we need to be being like King Solomon, trying to just obtain all the wisdom and knowledge and understanding we can. Because if you read the whole book of Ecclesiastes or most of it, he just wanted wisdom. That's how we should be. We should just be wanting wisdom. Like, beauty is vain. It's all vain at the end of the day. And I want to end it off. I have one precept I want to end it off with. 2 Corinthians 17:1. Having therefore these promises, dearly beloved, let us cleanse ourselves from all filthiness of the flesh and spirit, perfecting holiness in the fear of Yahweh. I'm going to use the bottle again. Hey, our bottle is the body, and the liquid is our spirit. You got to, like the scripture said, cleanse ourselves from all filthiness of the flesh and the spirit. So we need to be cleansing ourselves, checking our spirit, cleansing our spirit, making sure we're putting away that old man, making sure we're putting away that malice, that envy, lust, greed, covetousness, all of that, concupiscence. We got to put all of that away and cleanse our spirit. We have to put all that away and cleanse our spirit. The Most High is not looking on outward appearance. The Most High, his eyes are 10 times brighter than the sun, trying our hearts. He knows what we think. He knows everything. But we need to be cleansing our spirit. If your spirit is dirty, say this is your spirit, this bottle. Your spirit is dirty. Like Kai said, it's going to be all types
Particles.
of here. Bugs, dust, all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be nasty. So it needs to be cleansing our spirit. Like, yes, it's cool. Our formulas are beautiful. Yes, it's cool to, keep yourself up to date, but that should be the least of your worries. You need to be checking your spirit, seeing how you can be a better servant of the Most High, seeing how you can be a better daughter of Zion, seeing how you can be a better Israelite woman, seeing how you can be a better sister, seeing how you can be a better help to your nation. Things of that nature. Things that's going to be profitable unto you, unto your spirit, unto Yahweh Bashim Yahashai, unto your walk. Things that's going to be profitable to help you get to the kingdom. So I ain't have nothing else to say. I'm going to stop right there. That's all I had.
God.
And like,
I'm thirsty again, y'all.
come on, I had that written down.
Good.
I think I'm gonna bring out. Who, me? Oh,
Good.
never mind. Okay, I was gonna bring out Isaiah 64:8. Most High Woman.
Bring it out.
Because like we gotta bring it back to like the Most High, you know, we gotta reverence the Most High. So Isaiah 64:8, but now, oh Yahweh, thou art our Father, we are the clay and thou art our potter. We are all the work of thy hand. So like we are the work of the Most High's hand. Like we bringing it like really just back to like everything we took out of this lesson. Like we just gotta, remember that like we are the work of the Most High's hand, and we're not here to please man. Like yeah, whatever. We're spectacles to the heathen, to the Gentiles, because they looking at us thinking that we look weird just in the way we look, just in the way we dress. Like whatever. We have to put off that weak nature, like it says in Second Esdras, because the Most High is our potter, and like he's our like potter. That word is plural, right? So like it's like like what we were talking about earlier. Like the Most High preordains everything that's coming out of my mouth right now and is about to come out. Like it is the Most High is like putting it, in, that makes sense, right? So so like that's what I'm trying to say. But like the Most High is our potter, we are the clay. So we just have to, if you're struggling with insecurity again, reach out to a sister or brother, ask them to pray for you, fast on the matter, because like fasting, praying, studying, reading the word is like that's how we get rid of spirits. Most High Women. And some spirits, Salakia, so some spirits, they're just going to be on us. Like until,
For a
Yahweh
season.
comes back.
And they come back.
So, and they could come back and come back and come back. We just gotta, every time they come back, pray to the Most High, you're better equipped to deal with them. So
That's right.
Some spirits might just be on you until our hell breaks loose to that day. So hey, you just gotta gird up your loins. And like
Whatever.
Matthew 17:21 say, let me just get it. But some spirits just don't hop off unless you praying and fasting. I'm gonna just get it real quick. Then I'm gonna be done for real. I'm tired. But Miss Matthews 17:21. Howbeit, this kind goeth not out, but by prayer and fasting. That's your how y'all talking. So some spirits not gonna hop off you unless you praying and fasting on it. So if you dealing with a spirit and it ain't getting better, man, pray and fast on it. Just keep praying on it, fasting on it, fasting on it, fasting on it. And you just gotta remember that the Most High, like I say all the time, the Most High created all things. Everything was created by Yahweh, by Hashem, and Yahushua. Our Father created all things. He's not gonna put a spirit on you can't overcome. So you just gotta know how to fight these spiritual demons. Just got to know how to fight them. And the Most High going to allow you to go through something for however long He say. So, like, that's why the script tells us don't make haste in time of, don't make haste in time of tribulation. Like, endure through it. Like, don't make haste to it because you're going to go through something until the Most High say, like, you done. Like, everything is of the Lord. So, you just got to know how to fight these spirits and pray and fast on the matter. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, I guess that's it. If anybody else have any precepts, all right. Well, Lord, with us edifying all praises to the Most High Yahweh by Hashem and Mashiach. Woman like Yahushua for allowing us to do this live. As usual, we're just talking to the sisters. The Lord, with us edifying. If you ever need anything, please hit our DM, hit us up. Lord willing, we could be there and just continue to endure and be as blameless as possible in the eyes of the Lord, ladies, and just continue to do the works and just continue to check your spirit. At the end of the day, check your spirit. Work and just focus on things that are profitable until your walk with the Most High, until being a better Israelite woman. But just turn away from being. Just put the old man away. Turn away from vain, and just continue to endure. And I love y'all. We love y'all. Call her like how about Shabbat Shalom. Anybody else has
Shalom.
something?
Shalom.
Shalom.
Stop it. Don't do that.